at Stephen Kalonzo Command Center and listening.
Proposes to replace the digital service tax with a 30% tax on non-resident digital service providers' taxable profit, calculated as 20% of gross turnover, will significantly increase the tax burden on digital service providers from 1.5% under DST, abbreviation for digital service tax, to an effective rate of 6%. This will deter digital companies from operating in Kenya, which could stunt the sector's expansion. Kenya's efforts to establish a circular economy, to manage its waste and become a regional recycling hub will be further undermined by the recently proposed eco-levy environmental tax, which targets importers and manufacturers of specific products to set up waste management infrastructure. This new tax will duplicate the current levy mandated under Extended Producer Responsibility (EPR) scheme, and will also remove the incentive to increase investments in recycling waste products. Additionally, the eco-levy will be detrimental to mwananchi as it will increase prices for all plastic packaging materials, batteries, and hygiene products. For instance, the 150 shilling levy per kilogram of plastic packaging will increase the cost of a 400-gram loaf of bread by 9 shillings, from 65 shillings to 74 shillings. Increase 1 liter of cooking oil by 16.81 shillings, from 300 to 316.81. Increase of 1 kilogram of powder detergent by 30 shillings, from 200 to 230. Bread and other necessities will now be subject to a standard rated VAT instead of zero rated VAT, which will directly affect household spending and drive up the already expensive cost of living. As Azimio, we firmly believe that these are serious ramifications for Kenya's economy and standard of living if the bill is passed into law. Should it be put to effect, it will significantly raise production costs, will destroy the industry's ability to compete, resulting in closures and job losses. As a result, our local and export markets will be negatively impacted, retail prices will rise, mwananchi will be burdened, and cash flow requirements will rise during a period when interest rates are rising. Azimio believes that our country's focus should be on helping enterprises and the manufacturing industry to create jobs and wealth, increase productivity, cut living costs, and finally, bring prosperity to Kenyans. We therefore reaffirm our stand that all well-meaning Kenyans must oppose the Finance Bill 2024 and have thus instructed all our parliamentary members to lead from the front in rejecting this punitive bill in its totality. Finally, we salute Kenyans who have used text messaging, phone calls, and social media initiatives, #FindMyMP, to urge their legislators to listen to their constituents and vote no. This peaceful civic assertiveness and engagement will eventually become the norm, especially under our leadership as your government in waiting. Thank you, and may God bless Kenya. End of the statement. I'll ask my colleagues here to add 1 or 2 things. While I was away, there was some very interesting political developments. It was one-time wartime Prime Minister Churchill of the UK who said a week in politics is a very long time. And I think somebody had a #find Kalonzo. I am back and in good spirits. Maybe I can ask Kioni, because I want to also recognize the fact that the spokesperson for former President Uhuru Kenyatta issued a very, very, very clear statement on some of this budgeted corruption. Monies are budgeted for the office of retired president, retired deputy presidents, the vice presidents and premiers, and nothing seems to be happening in those offices. Ask yourselves, where does this money go? So it is now clear, and I think we can also ask my friends here, Eugene and Kioni and Safuna, if you're ready. No? Deritu, you are the author, or senator, any of the senators, to say something. Maybe I start with Kioni.
Thank you. I think